everyone, today I'm going to show you how to work out written division whenever you don't end up with a whole number. So we're going to start off with this question, and it's 84 divided by 5. So we do the same process as I showed you in the other video, where we write down 84 first of all, and then we draw out our bus stop, and we write the divisor, or the number that we're dividing by, which is 5 in this case, in front of it. So we work through with the same process, working left to right, to see how many times 5 fits into 84. So first of all, we go 5 goes into 8 one time, and we have to carry over 3. Then we have to find out how many times 5 goes into 34. So thinking of our 5 times tables, 5 multiplied by 6 equals 30. 5 multiplied by 7 equals 35. So in this case, we're going to use our 5 multiplied by 6 table to help us answer this one. So 5 goes into 34 6 times, and we have to work out the difference between 30 and 34, which in this case is 4. So to carry this over, we put in a decimal point and a 0, and we extend our bus stop out, and we write in the number that we are carrying, which is 4. So 5 now goes into 40 8 times. So our answer is 16.8. I'm going to show you another example now, which is 254 divided by 5. So we write out the 254, making sure we leave space between the digits. We draw in the bus stop, and we write the divisor in front. And we do the same method, working from left to right, to see how many times 5 fits into 254. So first of all, just looking at the very first digit, we're going to see how many times 5 fits into 2. And because 5 is bigger than 2, it doesn't fit in any times, so we have to carry over all of this number. Then 5 fits into 25. Well, we know from our 5 times tables, 5 multiplied by 5 equals 25. So 5 fits into 25 5 times equally, with nothing left to carry over. Now 5 fits into 4. Well, 5 doesn't fit into 4 any times because it's bigger. So again, we need to extend our bus stop method out, add in a decimal point and a 0, and carry over all of this number. So now we're looking at how many times 5 fits into 40, which we know from our 5 times tables. 5 multiplied by 8 is 40, so it fits in 8 times. And the really important thing with this is that we have to remember to put in our decimal point. So 254 divided by 5 gives us 50.8. I'm going to show you one more example before I give you some questions to do yourself. So this time it's 279 divided by 6. So again, we write out the number 279, leaving space between each of the digits. We draw in our bus stop, and we write the number 6 in front of it. So now we're going to work from left to right to see how many times 6 fits into the number 279. So first of all, looking just at the number 2, 6 doesn't fit into 2 any times, so we write a 0 above it, and we carry over all of the 2. Then we're looking to see how many times 6 fits into 27. So let's think of our 6 times tables. 6 multiplied by 4 is 24. 6 multiplied by 5 is 30. So for this case, we have to use our 6 multiplied by 4 table. So 6 goes into 27 4 times, and then we need to work out what we're carrying over. So we find the difference between 24 and 27, which is 3. Then we're looking to see how many times 6 fits into 39. So again, back to our 6 times tables. 6 multiplied by 6 is 36. So 6 fits into 39 6 times, but we have a difference of 3. So we put in our decimal point, we add our 0, and we extend the bus stop out further. Then we need to carry over the difference between 36 and 39, which is 3. And now 6 goes into 30 5 times. And again, it's really important that we put in our decimal point. So our answer to 279 divided by 6 is 46.5. I want you to pause the video at this point and have a go at these 3 questions. So the first one is 85 divided by 2, and your question should look like this on your page. The second one is 465 divided by 6, and your third question is 568 divided by 5. I'm going to go through the answers once you've had a go at them yourself. So let's have a go at these questions. 85 divided by 2. So we write out 85, we draw in our bus stop, and we put a 2 in front. So 2 goes into 8 4 times, because 2 multiplied by 4 equals 8. 2 goes into 5 2 times, and then we have 1 left over, because 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, and 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. So we put in a decimal point and our 0. We extend our bus stop out, and we carry over the difference between 4 and 5, which is 1. So 2 goes into 10 5 times. Now this is why it's really important that we put in our decimal point, because if we forgot, we would end up with an answer of 425, which we know is far too big for this question. But once we put our decimal point in, just above where it already is, our answer becomes 42.5. This question was slightly harder, but it's exactly the same method. So 465 divided by 6. So starting left to right, 6 goes into 4 0 times, so we carry over the 4. Then 6 goes into 46. Well, let's think of our 6 times tables. 6 multiplied by 6 is 36, which is too small. 6 multiplied by 7 is 42, which is still too small. 6 multiplied by 8 is 48, which is too big. So we need to use our table 6 multiplied by 7, which is 42. So 6 goes into 46 7 times, and then we need to carry over the difference between 42 and 46, which is 4. Then 6 goes into 45. Well, we go back to the work that we've done for our tables, thinking of 6 times 7. So it fits in 7 times, and we need to put in our decimal point and the 0 to extend it out further. And now we're carrying over the difference between 42 and 45, which is 3. And 6 goes into 30 5 times. So we need to put in our decimal point, and our answer becomes 77.5. So your last question that you were having a go at was 568 divided by 5. So we write out 568, we draw in our bus stop, and we write 5 in front. And we start off working from left to right. So 5 goes into 5 1 time with nothing left over. 5 goes into 6 1 time, and we have 1 left over. 5 goes into 18. Well, let's think of our 5 times tables. 5 multiplied by 3 is 15. 5 multiplied by 4 is 20, which is too big. So we use this table. So 5 goes into 18 3 times, and then we need to extend our bus stop out and add in our 0.0 because we've got some left over. Then we work out the difference between 15 and 18, which is 3, and that's what we carry over. Finally, we're going to do 5 goes into 30 6 times, and then we need to add in our decimal point. So our answer is 113.6. So just to recap for written division, you always need to make sure that you leave space between your digits so that you have room to carry over. If you do have to carry over and you've run out of numbers to carry on to, then you add a decimal point and 0 and carry over in the usual way.